Hey YouTube, this will be the last battle of this season of GBL, and might as well celebrate a first-time legend hitter, Jared, who submits often. He says, first time legend, never thought I'd get there, struggled most of the season and didn't think I would ever reach expert, but got there in the Great League Remix, dropped to 2600 in Retro Cup before climbing 400 elo with this team. This is the same tinkaton from your better IV. Tinkaton remains good but not great. I now believe that it is great mostly because of its typing. It helped me get to expert and I want to use it again. Decided to pair with mandibuzz as they cover each other's weaknesses pretty well. I have added Shadow Marowak as a save swap since I could remove frustration. The idea with the team is to use shield on Marowak to gain keep switch or save shield for Marowak to keep in the end game. It was definitely the best Pokemon on the team thanks to the massive damage from Mud Slap. I also found the Tinkaton on lead is very good as its typing can help through many matchups. For most of the leads, I stay in Tinkaton except Mud Slap and Incinerate users where I safe switch Marowak. This means any Talon Flame or Marowak leads are almost instant losses, but there weren't too many. For Dugong and Clodsire leads, okay, I stay in, throw one move, play rough, Dugong, bulldoze for Clodsire, and try to catch on mandibuzz, which I was able to do consistently. Okay, well, we got the 101 on how to play the team, so let's take a look at it in action. So Malamar, going to stay in this matchup. They could superpower and bail. Superpower from a Shadow Malamar does like 50-ish%, so pitch you to the yellow. They do stay in, try to catch on the Lapras. Going to get the play rough off here. This will do good chip. Where do we go from here? Gonna just stay in this matchup. Try to catch the Sparkling Aria. Now gonna commit the shield. Are we gonna throw a move and then throwing another play rough here. That does land. We're gonna try and catch here on the mandibuzz. We do catch successfully on the mandibuzz. It is just a Sparkling Aria, which is neutral. But the side waves are resisted, so you should be able to snarl down, no problem here. And they do get back into Malamar, which again, two side wave users, both resisted by Dark here. Getting to the Dark Pulse, not enough to take out. It's going to be a pretty aggressive snarl down here, but going to commit to it. Knowing you can have one superpower, but they could go back-to-back superpowers and probably take you out. Maybe not after lowering their attack. It'll be very close. But no, lowering their attack, not able to take you out. Come out with a bunch of energy here. It is the Diggersby. So here comes the first Dark Pulse. Are we going to instant swap? Going to get one more Dark Pulse off. And then you should probably instant swap. Or you're trying to say, or you don't need to. But yeah, okay, there's the instant swap. So I was going to say, some people in that situation will just get farmed down because they want the ability to catch on the Tink. Right, so you're basically just going to sacrifice Tinkaton, but you're just going to go down with Mandibuzz, come in Marowak, and then keep it so you can catch. Others just don't want to get farmed down there. Like I'd be one who wouldn't want to get farmed down there, so I would have made that swap too. Here comes the Scorching Sand. It does land. They make the catch on one and throw. So they make the catch. At this point, it's a fast move down team. Taking it to the deep red. Fire Punch lands, but Tink can probably just fast move down, and it can. Zwilus, great lead. They're going to have to get out into something. That something is Bibearel. So Surf will chip. Yeah, just going to play this matchup out. You could come in Marowak where rollout is resisted, but they would have super effective Surfs. And Mandibuzz obviously would have to take super effective rollout. So grabbing one shield, eventually going to come in here. You could let a move go. It's going to probably put you pretty deep yellow. Ooh, wow. Like 1 HP from being taken out. I guess this thing is more attack heavy and Marowak of his Shadow. So taking you to the very deep red. Do take that out. Will be able to get off a Bone Club on the Zwilus. They're just going to let this go and just have to go with one shield, whatever's in the back here. Your switch timers are very desynced, so you need to burn this as much as you can here. So we're going to come back on Tink. It is a Scarry in the back. So this is not bad. You know, now it's the sort of weird bait game. Are they just going to go straight Brave Bird? Are they going to just go Sky Attack and try and burn a shield? Going to let the first move go. It is just a Sky Attack. Getting to another Dark Pulse. will not take out, but will put them probably within resisted Airlace range. You're going to have to probably shield up this next one. So they do catch on the Zweilous, which is honestly okay. Gonna go for the aggressive Fairy Wind down here. And get it. I would just go straight Bulldoze. It's low enough. And yeah, that's a top left. Probopass. Spicy. But they get out into Primeape, which, you know, has close combat, which would do a insane amount of chip, but they are switch locked. Eventually getting into a mandibuzz. You know, I don't know if I love this, because they could just go back-to-back close combat here and grab one shield. There's the first close combat. And probably here comes the second. And this will put you, if it doesn't take you out, it'll put you like 1 at 1 HP here. That's exactly what happens. Put you at 1 HP. If they really want, they could flip switch here. And that's looks like what they're going to do. They are going to shield and flip switch here. Tink's going to come back in, but it's now going to have to take a move here. Can't tell if it's Rage Fist or it's close combat. It is the third close combat, so they flip switch to get into a superior. Okay. So superior against Tink is a terrible matchup for superior. Frenzies will probably put it within one more frenzy range. But the player off does come through here. This will take out or grab that shield. It does grab the shield. Seeing as you have a mirror, I mean, it's low enough that you could just let it go and come in and slap down. They do frenzy. Yeah, I'm going to have to commit the shield here, though. So do commit the shield. Do get the slap down. I totally forgot what was on the front here. Anyways, okay, Drapion. They can only go Aqua Tail. You have Bulldoze, so it's obviously a pretty big advantage for you. These Aqua Tails do come pretty fast, though. But they're only going to be able to get off one more Aqua Tail before you take them out. So they'll probably... Okay, throwing it beforehand. Maybe hoping that you like overfarm or miscount that they can get a third one off is their only kind of chance here. But going for the CMP or one before, and they catch on Dugong, so nice catch. Dugong is tough, right? You're double weak to ice in the back. Ice Shard is resisted here. Gonna get to the play rough here. This will do good chip. You bulldoze them so their defense is lowered. This will put them in the... Ooh, they shield. And now what are you going to do? Because they could just go Icy Wind here. So I think you almost... see, I would let go. Yeah, okay. See, this is... I'm going to just stop you because this seems like one you should let go. You grab the second shield already. Icy Wind bait there is super, super easy because even an Icy Wind takes you out. So they can throw the Icy Wind knowing they're going to take you out. And if you do shield like this, which I don't think you should have, they're going to grab a shield and lower your attack. Meanwhile, you have Marowak, which is going to get to the rock slide just a little slower than they're going to get to their next Icy Wind. So you could just come Marowak, Mud Slap, shield up one move, come up with a bit of extra energy, rock slide, and then take that. But now, having lost the shield, lowered the attack, this will not take out... Oh, they actually have another shield. Sorry, I lost their shield scenarios. I thought it was 1v0, but it was 2v1 there. So now having to burn this on Marowak, and the switch timer killing you here against a superior because you stayed and played that matchup out longer than you needed to. So now getting hit with a superior because this switch timer is very desynced. They farm up nicely. You should come Mandibuzz and you should probably just come out with 100 energy, honestly. Don't even worry about how many aerial aces you need to take here because you need to have energy for the Dugong that's going to come eventually back in. So yeah, we'll take another air lace. We'll probably take, honestly, I would take another air lace after this just to make sure I have 100 energy. So we're going to throw this here. Again, I think this is too quick. Okay, you didn't take them out, but there is a Drapion. Could just be an Aqua Tail. I forget how much energy you have left on this other Pokemon. But now you're draining your energy and Dugong is going to have a pretty okay time here with what's left here. Dugong could probably just... okay, that was weird. I don't know why they did that. But Dugong gets one, and now Dugong should be able to outpace you and take you out here. I mean, even if it doesn't outpace you, this should not take out a Dugong from this range. And they're going to get to move to take you out. Yeah, I really do not like the shield on the tank there. I think you just have to... Even if I screwed up the shield scenarios, if it was a 2v1 instead of 1v0, I still think you just take that with Marowak and just go from there. Especially with the switch timer desync there. So there's your Clodsire lead. Gonna go Bulldoze. This will do super effective. Not a lot of damage though. Does lower their defense. Try to catch the move. Hoping it's an Earthquake. It is an Earthquake, so that is a nice catch. See if they have a Stone Edge or they're just trying to overfarm. They do overfarm and get the move back. Coming with the Blastoise, Rollout is super effective. Hydro Cannon is gonna hurt. Some run Ice Beam, most run Skull Bash, so not that you need to worry about the second move a ton, because I think you just need to worry about the 2 Hydros coming your way here. Although Blastoise is very defensive heavy, so maybe they need 3 here. It's going to be very close, but getting to a move. They have a ton of energy, so this probably grabs the shield. Does not. Allowing them to take... Okay, interesting. They allow you... They go down there. Feraligatr is in here. Just going to throw the move before they get to the Hydro. Any chip is good. I'm really surprised they let the Blastoise go there with so much energy. But Feraligatr, going to farm up a ton. Trying to remember what was on the lead. Clodsire. So at this point, you just come in with your Tink and let that just go, and then sweep with Mandibuzz. Marowak in the back here. So let all the moves go if they get to another move. So be it. They sniped. Doesn't matter. Let this go. Marowak. No. Take that Marowak 2 shield advantage. Slap the crap out of this. And you could have just run 2 shield Marowak. Now you're going to have to take an Earthquake here. It'll chip you to the yellow. How low is the Feraligatr though? Okay, you have one. You're going to get 2 shields back right away here. I just forget how much energy the Feraligatr has. Okay. No shields used. Okay. Dark Dragon lead into a safe swap, a Swalot. Could have Ice Beam, so could see a super effective Ice Beam coming your way, but they do shield up the first move. We're going to match the shield. We are going to match the shield in case it is the Ice Beam. It is just a Sludge Bait. I still think they'd probably have Ice Beam. And if they do, going to commit the 2 shield, assuming it's the Ice Beam coming at you this time. There it is. Going to commit to the farm down. So coming out with a, said it in the intro, willing to commit those 2 shields on Marowak to keep switch here. Bone Clubs are going to start spamming. Both are 3-turn fast moves, so it doesn't matter when we throw these Bone Clubs. Here comes the second one. They are 100% just going to go shield advantage, whatever's in the back. Catching a move on the Tink. Let's see what they have in the back here. It is a Toxapex, so this is not even a great matchup for them, especially when you have Bulldoze, super effective. That's going to come pretty quick. Super effective Bulldoze will lower the defense and be super effective, and this is going to start adding up with the poison resisted and only a terrible brine coming your way. There's the second one. Take the brine, that's fine. They decide to go Sludge Wave, which is resisted. Yes, you are Fairy, which takes super effective, but Steel double resist like poison. So they go down to the deep yellow, maybe recognizing now that Brine was the way to go. They do go Brine now. Not enough to take out, but if they threw that the first time, it probably would have been enough to take out. And unfortunately, they need to take another Bulldoze, which 4 times lower defense is an easy slap down. Kind of a miss. Okay, here's a Talonflame, which is going to be a tough lead. Going straight into Marowak. And so now they're going to outpace you to this move here. And now it's like, yeah, you need to 100% you need to shield, but now you lost a shield in the mid game without even knowing what's in the back. Going to bait the rock slide here, hoping that they commit, knowing that they have a move. They're probably going to want to shield and get the move off, and they do. And you're going to have to commit the shield here. What do you do here? One slap and a bone club, I think. Yeah, I like this slap and a bone club. And I think you have to go slap and a bone club on the back end here too. Because you're not going to get your rock slide. Yep, I think honestly, I think you're playing this Talonflame match out exactly how you have to in your team scenario. You're just going to have to... I would go back and Tink, assuming... This is the only thing I would disagree with. I would assume that they are going to have Fly and Brave Bird. And I would much rather take that on a resisted... Oh my goodness, they have a second fire Pokemon. I would much rather take that resisted Fly and Brave Bird on Tink, assuming they don't have Flame Charge, as opposed to taking a Brave Bird on a Mandibuzz there. But with the second fire in the back here, that is just very unfortunate, especially one with Flame Charge. So do get to the Bulldoze. Hopefully this super effective move is enough to take out. It is, because that is a Glassy Pokemon. Please don't have a third fire. They've got a third fire. That is unfortunate. What are you supposed to do in that scenario besides lose? Not much you can do. Triple fire team. Yeah, okay. Would not recommend it. I mean, I hit Legend with double fire. Triple fire is next level stuff there. So good lead against Guzzlord. They do come in Toxapex, which is a kind of not just a kind of risky safe swap. It is a very risky safe swap with all the ground here. I guess they do have Brine, which is super effective. So able to chip there. And you know what? They may be able to get to another move here. They are. So going to have to commit the shield just to keep alignment on the front end here. That's okay. Tink is just such like a wall to Guzzlord, and you'll chip with a couple bone clubs here. Getting that deny on Guzzlord too, which means you'll definitely get to the second bone club here. So here comes the second bone club. They're just going to have to let this go and two-show whatever's in the back here. And in the back, it is an Annihilape. So Aerial Ace would be super effective. Waiting to see if they throw the close combat here, or if they're going to Rage Fist bait. Probably Rage Fist bait, knowing that the counters are neutral on you. And if they start ramping up here, potentially have play. Aerial Ace will be super effective, so they let the first move go. I mean, it's correct to continue to throw moves, but they are basically in fast move range with just Fairy Wind. So they just let it go. What is with your... Okay, anyways. There's a Pika Libre. Oh. The order is a bit off because there is at least one more battle here. But there's the Pika Libre caught. I know you're probably excited about that. Let's go into the one last battle we have here. Jumpluff against Tink. So good lead here. Both seen when the other person's going to throw. No one's throwing, so here comes a play rough. It does chip to the yellow. They are going to throw. Acrobatics from a shadow will still hurt. Not quite 50%, but they should get to the move here before you. And a second acrobatics will take you to the deep red. So this is a not as bad of a matchup as you'd think it would be. Acrobatics on a shadow, Jumpluff just being an insane move. You do take it out, and out comes a Primeape. So just going to chip this, lower its attack defense here. To go where is the question, because Snarl is resisted. Yeah, going in with the Marowak where the Mud Slap is at least neutral. They just have Ice Punch. Malamar in the back. Going to chip it here, and then you should be instant swapping as soon as they shield this one up, which they will shield this up. Instant swap into Mandibuzz. So this is great. It's going to take like 3 superpowers from this range. And Foul Play is resisted, but if they throw superpower, it lowers their defense, which means it's an easy... They're going to throw a second one. That's fine. At this point, with a 2 times lower defense and a Shadow Malamar, you may even just want to go Aerial Ace. Going to go for the Dark Pulse just to ensure, but... They just lowered their defense times 2 in it there. And shielding up. Primeape comes back in, but we have the Aerial Ace. Letting that go. But again, double resisted on the dark here, so it's not like this is going to be any sort of easy farm down for them. Yeah, they're just going to let this go knowing that, oh, they have no shields. Okay, and that was the legend run. 30-17, congratulations on hitting legend. You got your Pika Libre. You got the pose, which I finally just put the pose in. I didn't even like, yeah. But yeah, you definitely put in the battle, so good on you. Congratulations. Now you know it's not worth it. No, yeah, it's fine. Get that Pika Libre. There's definitely like a sense of, there is a accomplishment. I've hit legend. What time was this now? What did I say? 18th, 19th time, 19th time. I forget what season we're on. Maybe 19th time legend. I still enjoy hitting legend, right? I still feel like, okay, I met my goal. So, yeah, hitting for the first time ever is definitely an accomplishment. So congratulations. And you get to do it all again starting tomorrow. So tomorrow we will look at top teams for the Great League. And I think there is a second cup which nobody is going to play. But let's take a look and confirm what it is. Maybe some people will play it. It is the Sunshine Cup Great League Edition, which, spoiler alert, Sunshine Cup Great League Edition coming at you for a second time, July 15th to 22nd. So one of the comments, I forget who put it in the comments. Very, very funny. I always call out Niantic for putting like the back-to-back, like they'll do like Ultra League and a Great League Limited Cup and then Master League in the same cup. And they didn't do that this time. So they made the joke. It's like, oh, you told us not to put it 2 weeks in a row. So we didn't. We put them like 8 weeks between each other. So Sunshine Cup Great League Edition coming week 1 and then coming, where is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Week 7. So if you want to play Sunshine Cup this week and get ahead to know what it's going to be like in this week 7 when Master League is on, you can do that. Or as pretty much everyone's going to do, play Great League and test out all these new Pokemon. I had a full recap analysis this morning on all the buffs and rankings and why everything is up the way it is. So check that out. This morning we'll do some top teams with all these new Pokemon tomorrow morning for starters and go from there. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.